Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, so I did a video about, a month ago or something like that. And it was about Gary V is still MIA, right? And I think a few weeks ago, I got a comment, and I must have discussed this in my video, and it was from none other than, in quotes, the GOAT. It's Vegas Dave TV. So this is what he said, right? Remember, I'm a channel a little above 1,600 subscribers. Not a big channel, by the way, right? And speaking of big channel, small channels, the Pokemon channel, Possum Bud, the Liquid Marketplace CEO, I linked this up on my Instagram story, so check it out. This dude, the CEO of Liquid Marketplace, messaged or was commenting in regards to what a Possum Bud was saying. Like 1,000 subs. I think they were DMing each other as well. He got to him. So the power of social media and YouTube is you could get to people that are much bigger than your channel. If you're a smaller channel, you know, like mine, right? You could get into the heads of people with much larger subscriptions or much larger channels. And I've done that with at least a few content creators out there. And it'll probably continue over time. But anyways, he says, FYI, my trout sale from $400,000 to $4 million is what sparked the market. Not Gary. It was my vision. You guys are such sheep. Okay? First of all, when you call yourself the GOAT, or if you call yourself the king, I am very skeptical of you. And I could go on, right? There's Conor McGregor, right? Return of the King. And if you look at him versus Khabib, right? Khabib fought McGregor. He made Conor McGregor humble to a certain degree. Mayweather fought McGregor, right? He made him humble, right? And if you just look at it, right? The way that McGregor acts is very irrational because he has a very high ego of himself. He's very egotistical, right? Every athlete probably has an ego to a certain degree, but a very high ego, very irrational, someone like Conor McGregor, right? I would also put LeBron James in that boat, right? He self-anoints himself as the king, right? King James. Simone Biles, right? She had a picture of a goat on her Twitter. And then Vegas Dave calls himself the GOAT. So guys like this, gals like this, I am very skeptical of, right? Very egotistical. Tom Brady, he always acted like he was the 53rd man on the roster about to get cut because he was very humbled when he was with the Patriots, backup quarterback. And he had to fight to move up. And he could have been cut by Belichick, right? So if you see anyone in the sports card, you could say community, self-anointing themselves as the king, calling themselves as the king, acting in an irrational manner, I would advise you to be very skeptical of them until they change their behavior. And hopefully they can, if they do so. But going on to Vegas Dave, he says, it was my vision. That sounds very cocky. The reason why the pandemic, or the reason why sports cards went up, said this over and over again, right? It was the pandemic. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. A lot of influencers did not see this, right? Economy shut off, Federal Reserve printed all this monopoly money, government, stimulus, etc., right? Had nothing to deal with Vegas Dave. Now, I congratulate Vegas Dave on making that transaction, taking $400,000 and making millions of dollars, right? Okay, good. Good. And, you know, to be me being unbiased, Gary Vee was also telling people to get into sports cards, right? So I have nothing against them telling people in the beginning, hey, get in, right? It's a good opportunity, right? Now, when I see, once again, when I see guys like Vegas Dave, right, calls himself the GOAT, the guy that allegedly spent what, $1 million on what's his name? That quarterback from Vegas. It's Derek Carr, right? $1 million, right? And I say this all the time about NFL quarterbacks, and I was messaging Miles, aka LFC Gooner, about this. I was like, all these guys in the sports card hobby, they don't realize that the Wonderlic score is pretty important in assessing quarterbacks, right? Higher IQ, okay, they tend to perform well in the Super Bowl than lower IQ quarterbacks the last 20 some years, right? Not all, but majority. And a lot people throwing in big money. I'm not talking about, okay, buy in March and sell in August. I'm not talking about those flips. I'm talking about like investing, buy and hold. A lot of people don't look at that. I'm going to do a deeper dive into the Wonderlic score and quarterbacks. But anyways, when I see this type of stuff by influencers, it makes me realize, like, why do they act like this, right? Why do they have such a high ego of themselves? And why are they peddling themselves as the guy that everyone should listen to, right? I don't know what you think about this. It was a short video. I just wanted to point this out. It had nothing to deal with Vegas Dave's vision, because there were multiple people making good money. Everyone was making great money. It wasn't Vegas Dave's vision to shut down the economy. It wasn't Vegas Dave's vision to hand out all of this monopoly money, right? And now we're at a point where, okay, they've taken the monopoly money out, and we're seeing the after effects of this, right? In all particular assets, maybe except the US dollar, which just keeps on going up. But I expect a reversal, and they'll probably bid up prices. It just depends, you know, what will trigger that. But anyways, short video, guys. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.